I'm great. Hey, Russ and Suzanne, just a warning, I'm in a hotel room, so if I freeze up on you, I'll just repeat the question when I unfreeze.
Oh, that's fine.
All
I've done
good.
that.
Uh,
You want to go first, Russ?
yeah, I'll go first. Well, hello, and congratulations on the show, first and foremost.
Thank you. I created it all by myself.
I know. That's why it's so impressive, honestly. Uh, I'm Russ Milheim from the Direct. My first question for you is kind of how has your performance of your character changed and evolved over the course of the series?
So when I first came into the series, I came in, it was the end of the first season. It was a one-time role as Judge Flobert. And then when they brought me back, they didn't need a judge. So they evolved it for me. Like suddenly I became the clerk. Um, Then they needed another lawyer. So for a little bit, I was a lawyer on there. And now I do every weird little job of all. And you keep finding out new stuff about him. Like he's been involved in real estate. He's got big ties at the Department of Sanitation. Apparently, he's been doing rap battles. Like, there's no limit to there's no limit to Flaubert and what he can do and who he is on the show. So it is ever evolving of what he is. What he is not, we know, is a real employee at the courthouse. He doesn't have a job there. He just hangs out there. I think he hates going home.
Yeah.
Maybe he lives in that hole in the basement.
Yeah, maybe he lives in the big hole.
What can you tell us about what will happen to Flaubert if there's anything you can tell us in the last five episodes of this season?
Well, Flaubert is always, he and Dan, they definitely have a nice friendship building. So that's a beautiful thing to see. Flaubert gets more Flauberty. The writers really have like honed in to the fact that this guy didn't have any rule. There was actually one episode that where we shot multiple endings of it, but one of the endings was it was a cliffhanger episode, and one of the endings literally was me looking directly at the camera, going to be continued. Like there are no rules what they will do with that guy. So definitely expect him to be more Flauberty. And with all of us, you may have heard that we're going to be doing a big Broadway song and dance number. So you'll get to see Flaubert doing some singing and dancing. Of course, everybody gets overshadowed by Lacreta because she is a real Broadway star. But the rest of us try to keep up with her action.
Russ?
So yes, watch for some music from Flaubert, and who knows, maybe I'll just drop an album, a Flaubert album,
That'd be great.
for you all to. Yeah.
Kind of continuing on that track of what's coming up next. Have you heard anything about a season four? And hypothetically, if there is one, what do you most want to explore with your character that you have not yet got to do in the show?
I'm crossing the fingers. I hear about it in my own head about a season four. Yes, in my head we've already been picked up, and I get to be happy every day driving to work. So that's all I've heard about a season four so far. So we're all waiting on that, crossing the fingers. What I hope to happen is I want to keep pushing that friendship with he and Dan. I would also love to meet some of Flaubert's family because he's mentioned his wife a couple of times and they have a very tenuous relationship. I want to see the kind of woman that would put up with Flaubert. I would love to see that.
He's probably normal when
Especially,
he goes home.
Probably like everything's so. Yeah, it was a great day at work, baby. Hope you're good.
So
Uh,
years ago, you were on Boston Legal, and that's where I first
yes.
saw you before you lost your weight. And you're playing a great character, and you did a lot of drama, a lot more comedy probably, and a lot of animated series. What's your favorite
Hmm.
one to do besides Nightcorn?
Honestly, honestly, both. My favorite animated show ever to do was one called The Boondocks.
Oh yeah, that's a good show.
But I love it all. You know, when I started acting, I started doing Shakespeare and improv comedy at the same time. So I have a stage background of the classics as well as of comedy. I love the mixture of all of it. And in fact, there's been a couple of times in the show where Flaubert is doing some weird voices when he's answering his phone, pretending he's someone else. So I get to add all of my voice work in there on the show as well. Uh, I can't choose a favorite. It's the smorgasbord of it all is what brings me back to it. That keeps it interesting for me and keeps it fun for me. So I can't choose one out of those. This show, I will say, especially what I get to do on there, is so ridiculously fun for me. Like it genuinely is fun, and it's family there. Melissa Rauch is one of the kindest hearted people you will ever meet in your life. In your life. And she makes it family. It's family. Like you are happy to see everybody. I'm happy to see Wendy and John and Niambi and Lakrita. Like it's family. It really is. So
And thank you
it's
so
been a
much.
blessing. Yes.
Yeah. Uh, I think I have time for one more question. Wild Court, or not Wild Court, Night Court
Wait a minute. You just
is
created a new show,
wildly.
buddy.
I'm switching around words. Night Court is a wildly successful show, obviously, and even all these years later with the reboot, what do you think is that secret element that makes the show connect with audiences so well?
I think and it's bolder and bolder, the lack of fear of leaning into the ridiculous because it is absolutely ridiculous. It is it was ridiculous in its original iteration and it is ridiculous now and it is getting more ridiculous. But we have to keep it grounded. Like Flaubert has to really believe in what he's doing. We can't go looking all slapsticky, but it's a ridiculous show. And I think there are a lot of audiences out there who really just appreciate the absolute stupidity of it all. I say Night Court is stupid, funny, and I get to be the stupidest on the show. So I think it's that willingness just to lean into the ridiculousness of it that makes it success, and that's what makes it fun for me. And we will be shooting, and John Larry, somebody he'll be trying to make sense of something. He's like, "Wait, why am I making sense of this? This is Night Court," and that's it. It's like a cartoon. Stop making sense of it and just let it be its own thing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you both.